recorded in front of a live stream audience. Join us. Grab your mascot at patreon.com/the Jessa Channel. Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel live on YouTube. Today is January 30th, a Wednesday, 2019. And it's evening time here where I am. And we are doing a patron live stream. This is a thing that I do from time to time, where I just say, I'm going to go live in 10 minutes. Let's just meet up and whoever's around joins me. And today we have a few people in chat and more will come in, but it's pretty late in most places around the world. Well, except in Australia where it's like, tomorrow, but In any case, we're going to be using the kitty cam today, and we're going to start our building of the fire station. Yay! Chocolate, you're so awesome. Oh, and by the way, I'm Jessa, and this is my cat. Kitty cam! Yay! So it's Bailey's first time in a patron live stream. Yay! Hi, Leon. Are you there with your little sweet doggy? So this is Lila, and a lot of times when I do these kind of quiet, just us, Sophie, when I do these kind of quiet, just us little live streams, then I usually just do kitty cam. So, and plus, I don't know, everybody likes to see what the kitties are up to. Hello, Zoe. Hi. So, we're going to be playing The Sims 2 today. I've had a difficult time of it lately, and my husband just kept encouraging me. He kept saying, you should go live simming. You should live sim. You should live sim. By the way, my husband's about to walk in the room, and we are live now, so I'm just warning him. Okay, he doesn't mind. There's the husband. That's the husband dance. He's bringing me tea. Thank you, Papa. He's like the most awesome man ever. And then this is like my teacup that he just gave me. I asked him for some tea, and he told me, he said, you should do live simming. It makes you feel better. Because I was quite cross today.
I was afraid to kiss her. She was that cross.
I was that cross.
No, I just
Yeah. I can sometimes get just really a very just angry face. And today I had that face on. But the day has improved. And so anyway, yeah, Bailey, this is Lila you're looking at, and that's her new spot. She used to like being on the chair. The kitties I've shown. Hello, Shy. Hello, Lunar Lady. Hi, Pumpkin. So the kitties have most of this office. I've shown you guys a little bit of this office, but basically there's a desk that the camera is sitting on, and then this is their desk. Like they have their own desk. And you can see it right there. That's their desk. And on that desk, you see a very lonely, heated, it's heated, you guys, cat bed that they have ignored. They refuse. It's got a beautiful pillow in it. It's super comfortable. It's nice and warm. They won't use it. I have hope, so I keep it there. Hi, Morgwin. Hello, Pumpkin. So, and then this is another place for them. It's basically like Kitty Central. And like I have, oh, and here's baby Lookster. He just jumped up on the chair, so I'll show you him too. And there's a chair next to me too, by the way. Let's see. There he is. Hi, Baba. Hi, Baba. Hi, Baba. Hello, Baba. He just had, he was just downstairs for a little while. Look at him. Look how cute he is. So cute. He is extremely beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. And he's trying to rub all over the camera. And there's Mr. Jessa in chat now. Yay. So anyway, I will try and keep the camera on one of them at all times. He's kind of hoping that he'll get in to my lap, which he might very well be lucky and be able to do. So we're going to go to the desktop mode because we're going to be building the police station from scratch. I'm going to turn this a little bit. And also, just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to move this. It's sitting on a kind of towel that I use as kind of a wrist rest. There we go. There we go. I really appreciate so many of you guys showing up, particularly as with such short notice, but that's how we do things. You know, I have the regular patron live streams that happen every 2 weeks, but then we just have impromptu ones. Whenever I just happen to feel like it and anybody's around. And I'm always so pleased when so many people come. So, like I said, we're going to be working on doing the police station from scratch. And so this is going to be fun because I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. He's trying to crawl under my legs, onto my legs. Here, baby, have that spot. Here, let me move it back to Lila. Lila's choosing to stay still, so she might be. There we go. And so I'm going to go to the desktop because we're going to be using Lot Adjuster. I'm going to show you how I make an attached garage and all of that. And this is going to end up on the channel. So keep that in mind. If you want to talk about things that are private, this will not be a good live stream. Some of our live streams are private. This one's going to be public. I mean, not right now, but it's going to go public is what I mean. So first of all, let's go ahead and get some music going. And what I'd like is so Cindy introduced us to Lakey Inspired, which I really like. So I'm just going to choose this one. And we're going to listen to some Lakey Inspired for a little bit. And then when we get through that, we'll put it on shuffle. But let's start out with some Lakey Inspired. Okay, and let me get everything all set up here. Make sure everything is just so. And then I'm going to take you over to the desktop. Lila is going to head up to the top right corner. Okay, so this is my screen, what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to lower OBS since everything is running as it should. And, yep. There we go. So, yeah, basically. Morgwin, how are you doing, honey? Thank you, Zoe. This wallpaper changes every day at 4 p.m. So the first thing we're going to do is go over here and open up our Sims 2 folder. Yeah. And we're going to take our downloads folder, which for some people, Jessa, is 17 gigs. I'm embarrassed to say. I've got to do some culling. And I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to put it to on my desktop here. I'm going to just paste it over here. We want to take the downloads out because it's going to, you know, otherwise it would just take forever to load up. Well, maybe not forever, but about 8 minutes or so. And we're going to have to go through that 8 minutes later on, but we don't have to do it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start the game, and you're going to see how, and also I'm going to do a backup here. I always back up the game 99 times out of 100. It's that one time I don't that I always get in trouble. But I'm going to just do a quick backup that keeps my saves, keeps the game all backed up. And then we're going to go ahead and start the game. You're going to see something pop up over here. And that's the bat file. I'm using a batch file. And in fact, I'll go ahead and show it to you now. That automatically deletes certain things before the game starts. So the best way to see that is to go over here and then go to EA Games, Mansion and Garden Stuff. And then this is my batch file. So it basically says this. I'm going to put this into chat. And so that you can use this if you choose to. If you can, that might not be very easy to read actually, so I won't do that. But I can put it into Discord. Basically what it's doing is it's saying change to the directory where your downloads folder is, delete anything that is a cache file, and it's basically telling it to delete some files, delete log files. Hi, Parker. Parker Pumpkin is here. Our head pumpkin. He was the very first pumpkin in Discord. Now we have some others. I'm hoping Ralphie will be a pumpkin. Ralphiekins. Anyway, Parker, you're so cute. So, and then it tells it to change back to the directory where the game is in, and then go ahead and start the game using only one core. And I forget what this command tells it to do, this low command. But anyway, and then start it window mode and start it in the white resolution. So basically it's telling it to do all of that. I learned this just from Googling, and because I wanted to, instead of having to delete my cache files every time, I thought, well, what if I set up a batch file? And it's not very hard to do, basically. You just set up a text file and then you rename it to .bat. Put the information that you want in it, and I Googled on what was best to put in it. And so when I go ahead and start it, you're going to see that batch file come up here in a Windows, a run command over here. Like, if I actually, oh, there it is. So it pops up like that, and it was very quick, and it basically just boom deleted everything that I wanted it to delete. That means that my group's cache file and all those files that sometimes give us trouble if we don't delete them never give me trouble anymore, because I just delete them automatically. For a long time I was using a empty groups.cache file or cache file, but this I actually like better. And I can imagine that Chocolate might want to know about that, because I know that she likes stuff like that. So this is the game without any mods in it, no downloads whatsoever, just the game. And so like I see these things over, these icons that I'm so glad I don't have to see anymore. Oh, a batch file, you mean? You've been using that already, so you don't need one? Or are you talking about the blank groups cache file? A batch file? See, I had a feeling, because Chocolate is really, she is an advanced simmer, so I know her well enough to know that when I say something about that, she'll be like, ooh, doing it. because I know chocolate. Yep. I've known chocolate for a long time. And I know how she thinks, at least about The Sims I do. Can I get an amen, girl? Because you know I'm right. Amen. She knows. All right. So, that is awesome. So did you get accepted into so many places, Parker? Congratulations. Oh, that is so great. Oh, Parker. I say this in jest because I've never even met Parker, but I feel like I practically raised that boy myself. I really do. You know, he goes out in the world and I get a tear in my eye. And I go, that boy. I love him. He's a man now. Oh. They're so proud of you. Mm-mm-mm. Isn't it nice that so many people in Discord are just rooting for you? So what I've done here is I have put down a 2x2 lot. 2x2. This is going to end up being a 1x1 lot. Yeah. And now remember, I have nothing except for Max's stuff in here. So I'm not going to do anything that's any more special. I was wondering if you got into all your schools. Oh, Parker, I'm so proud of you. I know, right, Bailey? Look at this. This was like, you know, remember back in the day when we thought a lot like this was kind of tiny? And I'm sure many of you still do think a lot like this is tiny. But I'm just like, wow, there's so much room. I could fit 4 like homes in here. Like So the reason why I'm doing this, building the police station this way, as opposed to, and also since I have the game open, let me go ahead and put on my automatic scene switcher, which will take us to game mode. And there we go. Yeah. So we can see things a little bit more clearly now without the chat up. I know, right, Bailey? By the way, Bailey, have you shown us some pictures of your hood yet? A lot of people have been posting pictures, so pardon me if you have. Oh. Parker, you are sweet. Parker, did you see I'm following you on Instagram? Because I want to keep up with you. So the first thing we need to do now, one thing you'll notice when we go into the lot with all my downloads in, I'm really looking forward to it, Bailey, is that you can see the grid here, I have a mod in which hides this grid. The only time I ever see it is when I take all my mods out to do something like this. But the first thing we need to do is mark out the space. How I like to do it, because I'm such a visual person, is we're going to take a fence, and I like to use this fence. Now keep in mind that in one of the later expansion packs, I want to say it was, what was that? I think it might have been Mansions and Gardens or Apartment Life. It was one of the very later ones that would now count out tiles for you. As you can see, it's saying 2 times 0, 5 times 0, that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. What we're doing is blocking out our buildable space. The part where we're going to later we're going to remove these fences And this is the part that we're going to tell Lot Adjuster to take away. Now, as I was saying, you might be wondering why I'm using a big 2x2 lot and then lot adjuster as opposed to just building on a 10x10 mini lot. And the reason why is because if you build on any lot without lot adjuster, the closest that you can make a wall, observe, the closest you can make a wall to the edge, you can't make a wall here, it says location out of bounds. You can't make a wall here, it says location out of bounds. The closest place that you can make a wall is 2 tiles in. Lot adjuster allows you to get around that and build up to 1 tile in. And with the lots that I build, that extra tile around the entire edge of the sides and back of the lot are so important. You can fit like, that's like the difference between a bedroom and a second bedroom and not a second bedroom, basically. You know, you need every tile of space for this. And that's how we were able to make the fire station look so big. The other thing is that it's only parallel to the edge that you can build 2 tiles in. However, you can build perpendicular to the edge up to 1 tile in. So that is the trick which allows people to make lots that look like they're connected. And I have, you know, downloaded lots that were built on mini lots and really missed that extra tile around the edge. I tell you. So I've learned to just kind of suck it up and go for the old lot adjuster method, which is a little bit longer, but at least, you know, people who beg about space like me, like I make it so I really need every tile, cannot be choosers, really, so to speak, or something like that. So we're going to come in 10 tiles in the back here and 10 tiles in the back here. So that basically means our usable space is going to be right here. We're going to make an entire, and actually in this case, come to think of it, I screwed up. And the police station is going to end up being 1x2, the same size as the library and things like that, instead of a 10x10, because we need to fit in some prison cells. And thinking about it, I've decided that I want to have the prison behind the fire station as a separate building. But we'll still be able to build that prison right up to the edge back here. And it's going to be a very tiny spot. It's going to have like 2 cells in it and a little entry area, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, the orphanage, yeah. By the way, I posted a picture of the orphanage on Instagram. If you are not yet following me on Instagram, please feel free to do so, because I am not only posting photos from the game, I'm also posting video clips that Morgwin has been doing. So, yep, thank you, Chocolate. So the next thing, now that we have everything mapped out, is to begin to do our layout, how we're going to have things laid out. And this is where things are going to get kind of fun and funky. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look up a tutorial that I used. Maybe it was Garage. So I'm going to find this tutorial and we're going to follow it along together. There we go. I think it's this one. Yep. So first of all, I want to give complete thanks to the person who created this tutorial. Someone whose name I don't know, but I'll go ahead and put it in chat. Hi, Cheesy. Hi, Pumpkin. We got the kitty cam on. That's Lila's sleeping over there. So I can also just remind myself as to how I did this. That's the honest truth. I have to remind myself. So the first step is to decide where you want your garage to be. So I'm going to take a garage door, just any old garage door, and I'm going to put on the Move Objects On cheat so that I can place this. Now, with the fire station, I did the driveway over here. So I think what I'm going to do for this lot is to do it over here. I'm just thinking is what I'm doing. I'm just thinking. If I recall correctly. So, oh, and by the way, this is the tutorial. By the way, I'll put this in chat now so that people watching later on. Well, the fun thing for you guys is that you guys can start up your game and do some building and decorating while listening. I have Move Objects On, yep. So this person basically says what you need to do is, without placing any of the walls, we're going to put the garage door in. Isn't that funny how that works? Like the minute, a lot of people tell me that the minute they see me live simming, they're like, oh, I want to start my game up. Keeping in mind that this section right here, we can't build on this section. Like we can build a wall on this tile, yeah? So we can connect the driveway like that. But we can't connect the driveway like this. Like that. That won't work. A lot adjuster will give you an error. The one tile all the way around the entire side and back of the building, wherever you're adjusting to. You can also take off the front, but I never do that. Yeah. I'm so glad you had a lazy day, Angie. Goodness knows you deserve it. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move the trash can and across the street, but I'll put it back before we use the lot adjuster. So right now I'm just trying to visualize what I want things to look like. And so I'm going to take a car. I'm a very visual person, so I always build this way. I'm not really mathematically inclined. I need to see things. I need to see them. So that's our driveway. And if I'm not mistaken, we'll just take this minivan, throw it right on there. Perfect. So yeah, that's all that the driveway space that it needs. There is going to be one empty tile back there. And just to remind myself, I'm going to go out here because I did, thank goodness, save the other lot so I can use it for a template, because that lot I just sort of worked out by trying things. So we have this lot here. This is the fire station lot, the shell of that. I'm going to just put that there. And we'll go in here so I can remind myself as to how I did this. How I had it laid out is what I mean. So I had, yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. I had this, then two tiles, then back. Okay, yep. Can you believe that this empty shell of a building is now a thriving fire station? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Well, I love looking at people's games too. So what I did was start a Discord, and one of the first sections I put in there, right, Angie? I put in the Sims 2 section. The Sims 2 and the Elder Scrolls section. I was like, somebody better start showing me some pretty pictures. I have a cup of tea. I love looking at people's games. Everybody has such unique style. By the way, Morgwin, I love your new hood. It's so nice. And you did it like so smart. You downloaded a hood. You downloaded a bunch of pre-done lots by the great Honeywell. And then you made it all look pretty and you're like, okay, good to go. As opposed to the big, like, missed 3 monther over here, like the big 3 months, build a hood. Morgan was like 3 days. I was like 3 months. Because Morgan's smart. I was like, no, I don't want to use anybody else's. I only want mine. Blah. It's satisfying. I will admit, building your own hood, very satisfying. It's a labor of love for sure. But there were definitely a few times where I was just like, you know what? And I looked at Morgan's hood and I was just like, dang. Shoot, I should have just done that. but you know how I am. By the way, I'm having English breakfast, decaf. I'm drinking English breakfast at night. But it's kind of breakfast time in England, so that counts. Anyway, I'm going to go back to desktop mode here so that I can show you the next step of this. So the tutorial, this easy tutorial says to place the door. We're going to delete it later. She recommends putting space all the way around the driveway. I realized that you don't really have to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I found that the driveway worked perfectly fine, just without the tiles around, or at least I think it does. If we have a bunch of route failures in our fire station, then we'll have a lot of trouble, won't we? Anyway. And then you go ahead and build around where you want the building to be. So this is what we're going to do now. We're just going to go ahead and build, leaving the garage door just where it is. We're going to go ahead and build the rest of the building. Okay, so the way I did this is I came in like this. Like this. There we go. All the way back. And then like this. All the way back. And then there was a stair right here. There's a stairwell right there, I think. Now I've got to go back and look at my other fire station, my police station, and figure out how I did this. You know what I'm going to do, actually, to make this a lot easier, is let's go ahead and take a picture. Oh, you're not feeling good, Morgwin? So let's take a picture of the layout, because then I can refer to the pictures. Because I honestly made this fire station just by kind of trying stuff until something clicked. Okay, so yes. So I had the stairs here. So let's go ahead and take a picture of this. I'm going to use Gadwin print screen as per usual. Kind of get it straight, and then I'm going to go F9 like so, and then I'm going to go up a level. It took me a long time, numerous hours to do this because I was basically figuring it out as I went along. And I just wasn't sure the whole time if it was going to work, basically. Okay, and I think that's the top floor. Nope, that's not the top floor. There we go, there's the top floor. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is put some flooring down so I can see where the floor is. Otherwise, I think it's going to be pretty hard on me to see what I'm looking at. So let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, that'll make it a lot easier to see what I'm looking at. All right, and then the top floor. I think out of all the buildings I've done, the fire station is the one I'm most proud of because it was the hardest. And I had a basic idea of a type of feeling I was going for, but I just didn't know how I was going to make it, really. So this is here. Now let me take a picture of this. By the way, if you guys have not been in Discord, there's an important message about something that happened today. It's pinned. Hit the pin above the, above in the, Let's Visit section. There's a pinned message up there. That's pretty important for our safety in Discord. The Philippines, oh, chocolate, I'm so jealous. And Bailey, you started using miniatures. Isn't that a great idea? I was trying to find something that looked tiny-ish and village-ish. And so I just happened to see one in one of my Google searches, and I was like, that's it. Miniatures. Isn't that neat? I started by looking for dollhouse type stuff because I wanted to get that same compact little feeling that you get from a dollhouse. Okay, let's go back in here now that we have some reference photos from our original lot. Okay, now the first thing I remember is that this I think it came in twice, too. So let me go over here to where those screenshots would be and look it up. Yep. Okay, so yeah, 2 back, 4 and 2. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. There we go. 2 back. And then over here, how did I get around that driveway? Oh, I put it right up next to it, but I took the driveway away. Okay, that's how I did it. So let's move this driveway because it's going to stop us from being able to put things down. And I think I'm going to start over again so I can visualize this properly. Yeah, the right vibes. Exactly. I understand exactly what you're saying, Bailey. So we go here, we go like that. And right next to it we go one back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That thing that counts things right there, that as you can see, it's telling me can't level terrain. Is that because of this driveway door? Is that it? There, that was it. Okay, 2, 3. How far wide was that? So you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to stay on desktop mode and turn off my automatic scene switcher for a little bit here so that you guys can see the picture I'm looking at. Okay, so it's 1, 2, so 7 times 2 is what that was. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2. That's the first one. I'm kind of amazed that I managed to do this, to be absolutely honest. I was literally just trying to just work it out. I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing. Okay, that's where the stairs come up. There was a lot of undoing and redoing. Now they're talking about quesadillas. Hi, mothering. So Parker, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we have this joke going now because it happens so much. It's so funny. But like, people come to the live streams not to pay me any mind at all. They come and hang out with each other. Ain't nobody paying me any mind. So as you can see, we are right up against that edge. We still have that open thing here. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly, Angie. I agree completely. So I had a thought. I thought about, since I'm living my life, it's hard to stop and take notice of what is occurring around me because I'm just living it and I have my day-to-day concerns and I had a really rough thing happen today and et cetera, and but I am really, if I were to, I'm not going to, don't worry, but if I were to pass away tomorrow and just have to think about what I'd done in my life that I could just truly be proud of, it would be this Discord and my channel, because to me they're weaved together. You know, it is something where even in my darkest times I'm just like, well, I have that, I did that, so yeah. Exactly. In our little village. Yeah, the Discord has Patreon and the Discord are the best things that ever happened to me from a career perspective, by far. By far. Okay, so we have this here. And I think what I did at this point is, what did I do next? Let's go ahead and look at the tutorial. So now that we have built it, it says to put the walls up, even though, and then we're going to type in the constrained floor elevation sheet. Okay, got it. So the next thing we're going to do, oh, thank you, Bailey, is let's go ahead and build the walls around this. So the stairs are going to come up this way. So actually it's going to go like this. Is that right? Let me look at my reference thing again. I have to go up one. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was remembering. Okay. So back to the game. So like this. And this. Yep. And like that. And like that. Because the stairs come up that way. And we're basically building the building, but in an opposite direction. Yeah. So we're going to take these, and we now have an enclosure here. Now you might be like, how the heck is this going to turn into a police station? But have faith. The one thing I want to make sure is whether I had this one tile or two tiles. I think, let's find out now. One, yeah, it was one tile. There's one tile, and then there's the foundation. It starts one tile back. Yes. Okay, got it. So this wall right here, where my mouse is like places where I was trying to figure out how things were going to be laid out before it all sort of gelled. That's what I was trying to do, basically. All right, so what's the next step of our tutorial? So after we've built everything, we're going to do constrain floor elevation. So at this point, this is where things start to get a little bit fun and a bit funky. Constrain floor elevation sheet. Yeah. And you know what? Speaking of testing things, it occurred to me that what if I made the driveway and it's not usable? Like I should have had that sim that we had, that test sim in there. I should have had him testing that. I don't know what I was thinking, what I was drinking, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the cheat area here, and I'm gonna type in constrain my alias for constrain floor elevation off. COFF. That means we can now do the things we need to do in order to connect up the walls.
Do you all read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize...
So now what that means is we can now connect up the walls. But the minute we connect the walls, I take the walls and let's say I go from here. The minute it connects, yeah, the wall is going to go funky because the game is going to say, all right, this foundation is now considered to be the bottom floor and the wall on top of it is considered to be the top floor, or a wall on top of the foundation. It's basically going to treat the wall as a foundation. And I don't know what we're listening to, so let me change it. It's like we just accidentally got a podcast going there. Anyway. And I'm going to do the same over here. And it's going to make the walls look really wonky. But that's all right. Have hope. Have faith. O ye gentlemen. Have faith. So, you're like, crap. And this is where, if you weren't following this tutorial, you would utterly panic and start crying. And that's very reasonable. Anybody in their right mind should start crying if they saw that. They'd be like, oh, crap. Yeah, it was in the music. I don't know what I just downloaded there. I got something stuck in there. But I'll just skip over it. No, that fixes that for now. And so now let's go back to our trusty tutorial. And you can see the tutorial has the same thing we're seeing, which is a big fat uh-oh. So now we're going to, she talks about putting tiles here. I actually found that those tiles weren't necessary, but we'll just go ahead and use them anyway. So she's basically saying, put tiles up here near the front of your garage to use as guides. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's see if we can even find the same tiles she used in her picture. She used red check here. So let's see if we can find those. What would that be under? Having the foggiest because I don't play with Max's stuff. Here we go. So we'll go with this red check. And how did she do hers again? Oh, just around the side 3. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. I added one more than I really need to, so I'll take it out. So you can see this is very warped now, but let's hope that we can do it what's necessary to do. And actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to, even though I've already messed this up over here, don't worry. Have faith. Have faith in Mama Jessa. Because I'm trusting on you guys to have faith. Because I don't have any. And so now we're going to do a, level terrain. We're going to basically level the terrain. So the way you do that is you go to an area. I chose one over here where the foundation is flat. I'm sorry, right here where the foundation is flat. We're going to go here. We're going to go to the terrain, level terrain tool right here. The first tool, it's automatically selected. Hi, Joe. Thank you, Cheesy. And then I'm going to scoot outwards like so. Joe, we're having adventures in the terrain floor elevation sheet. Although I may have screwed up, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Where the train is flat and I'm going to go out. There we go. So I'm going to start here and then that levels the terrain like that. That levels this like this. Now let's see what happens if we like to pretend that we know what we're doing and we do it over here. And now I can't do it over this way. How did I do this before? You know what, y'all? I think I messed up. I done messed up. Nobody do it the way I'm doing it, okay? Just don't do that, because I would pretty much recommend that you not do it this way, because I think I broke it. I think I broke it. Bailey, you're so cute. All right, let's go and see how hers looked. Because the last time I did this, it was perfect. It was utterly perfect. It was a place of complete and utter perfection. So basically what it's doing is lowering it takes the garage walls down. That's what the problem is. It's supposed to be taking the garage walls down. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So what we've learned from this, children, what have we learned? Well, we've learned not to do it like that. I think I screwed up somewhere. much screwed up somewhere. I think I started, so I don't know how I screwed up, but let's try it again. The only thing we can do is just scrap this and start over. Yeah, I'm doing an attached garage. So what we learned from that, children, is, you know, don't do that. What we've learned, Cheesy, is pretty much don't do what I did. Okay, let's try this again. So the first thing we did learn is to take the garage door out and just leave the wall. That's the first thing we learned. And the second thing we learned is to have courage in your faith and your convictions and crap. Oh, oops. Oh, and we extra learned to turn off the constrained floor elevation cheat before doing anything else. Or turn it on again. You want to make the floors, you want to constrain them. Keep them from warping, constrain them. So turn it back on. You turned it off. Now we're going to turn it back on. Oops. And then, you know what I like? I'm going to tell you what I like. What I like is going on YouTube, making videos and that are like totally wrong. That's what I like. And then acting like I'm an authority. So that's how you guys do things. You should do it the way I do it. I don't know what's the matter with you guys, but you should listen to me. Dang. You know, I try and I try and I try to tell y'all people how to do stuff. Okay, so now that we know, let's try this again. Now that we know where our driveway is, yeah, we're going to make our 7 tiles again. And then come into, that's our alcove. That's 4, excellent. And then one more out like that. Yep, that's where the stairs are that come up from the driveway. And then because, like I said, I'm a visual person, I'm going to put the driveway back just so I can see. All right, so it does work the way we want it to. It's right up next to the police car will be here. Okay. This is the back edge of tile that we had open in the fire station. I will put some nice tile here just to get an idea. There we go. Not that. Let's just try there. That's fine. So actually I hate that. That's fine. No, I hate that. This is my favorite to use because it looks like the sidewalk and it's easily demarcated, I guess I should say. So this is the stairs up. Okay, now we're going to build our walls again. And I think what I'm going to do this time is just leave that other, well, actually I can't do that. I can't do that. What am I talking about? I was going to say leave this back area alone, but I need to connect it up, so we will have to once again have the courage of our convictions, blah de blah. All right. So we can't connect that yet, but there we go. So I'm going to build a complete wall here. I'll take this other wall out later, but I want to build a complete area here so that I can easily select it all with the constrained floor elevation sheet. So I think that's the first mistake I made. Okay, so let's go ahead and have the walls up here. Now, let's take a deep breath. say a couple of prayers to whoever might happen to be passing by and listening. In the ethers, in the clouds above. Grab a couple of passing angels and be like, listen, if you're not busy, could you help me out with this? Cause yeah. Yay. You'd be a rich woman if you had $1 for every time you left that on, Joe. And I can add my $1 in that because I just left that on. So now we're going to try this again. We're going to turn this on. We're going to click constrain floor elevation off. Now we're going to take a deep, deep breath. Say a little prayer. And then okay, I can do it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Please let me have it. Now. Oh, I know what I did wrong the first time. I was trying to do it from this level. I need to be doing it from this level. This level down here. She says, hopefully. So, now. This is where we put she said that you can put some things around the corners here, but I think you can do it without. So let's just see. Because what the heck? What have we got to lose? Dignity? I've already lost that. Can't get any worse. And then and then if I think you can do this in 2 parts. So I'm going to go to this area here. This is the flattest area. It's a flat area. I'm going to go from this level, right? Yeah. Because we want everything to be on the same level as the foundation right here. We want it to be 4 clicks high, like this foundation. So we're going to go and level everything to that level. We're going to go like this, and we're going to go across, and we're going to go, yes, I am the woman. Oops. Is that right? Okay, I think I did it right. Okay. Okay, I did it right. I did it right. I just got confused by this one being up this little wall. Like the wall, like this was kind of. I got confused. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I know, Angie. Could you make them extra fluffy pillows, please? Because I'm about to face plant, so I would really appreciate. And you guys, that is why Angie is my number 2. She's my Commander Riker because she is willing to stand back and let me fall on my face. But she'll give me pillows. She'll be like, no, no, I understand. Absolutely, Jessa. Here, would you like some pillows for that face plant you're about to do? Don't say I don't love you, honey. Because I do. I care. Like, thanks, Angie. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to have. So the mistake I made before is I was trying to do it from this level, the first floor level, as opposed to the foundation level. Angie's like, got your back, girl. So if you want a secret to success, not like I can really talk, but whatever. The most important thing is to hire people who have your back. So now we have what was, I love it. It was like, I am the woman. Oh crap. So you can see that she talked about adding these floor tiles outside, and you can see why I found out that that's really not really needed. She was saying add them out here so that you can draw your tool all the way out to those tiles, but it's not necessary. All you need to do is draw to the edge of this area here. Hi, Abby. Cat cam. We're having a good old time as per usual. Basically what's happening, Abby, is the usual. They're talking amongst themselves. I'm making a fool of myself, and I'm gonna put it live on YouTube, and Angie's got my back. It's pretty much the same as normal. Nothing's really changed. So, you know, just the normal family stuff. So now she says that we need to deactivate that cheat again. So let's go ahead and turn it back on. Constrain floor elevation on so that they will not warp. We want to turn de-warpification. We want to turn the warpify setting off. So now we have this. And how are we going to fit a garage door into this? That's a good question. I'd sure like to know. I'm hoping somebody knows. That'd be really awesome. Anybody got any ideas? Because I don't know. I don't really have anything. Oh, shoot. So she said deactivate the cheat and then go to normal view. Take the wall tool and place another wall directly on top of the compressed wall of your garage. So the compressed wall of your garage is going to act like a foundation. Okay. So she says we should be able to put a wall on top of this. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so if we go over here, it says we should be able to put a wall up here. Okay. All right. There's a wall. That's hopeful. There's another wall. That's hopeful. Oh, look at that. It connects up with no problem. Awesome. All right. So now we have our building set. Sort of. Sort of. But there's one more step. Shy, how you doing, pumpkin? You sweetie pie. So now that we have this, what do we have now? We have a foundation, and then we have kind of a pretend foundation. A wall acting as a foundation. Next, we need to somehow get that garage door into here, and here's where the second fun part happens. We're gonna go down to the lowest level of the garage, and with our wall tool, we're gonna hold down the control and drag to delete 5 tiles of wall in front of the garage. So for us, that's actually all 5 of these tiles. Excuse me. So I just took the sledgehammer tool and just bammed them out of there. Bada boom, bada bam. Now we have this empty area right here. Okay. So despite my earlier mistake, I hope that you're more or less following along. It's gonna give you the concept of it, and then you can try it out on lots for yourself. And I'm saying this mostly for those of you who are going to be watching this later on YouTube. Oh, Shy, you're so strong. And you've come out of it with such good spirits, because surgery is no joke. So as we can see here, there's no wall here. So this is the part that really got me. We're going to activate the cheat again. And so we're going to take that constrained floor elevation cheat. We're going to turn it off. C-O-F-F. Now our walls will warp again. Next, we're going to draw a wall And we're going to replace those 5 tiles we just deleted. That's going to cause the wall to warp. I'm going to come down here, all the way down to this lower level to make this easier. And I'm going to draw the walls. The walls are going to come in at its normal tile size, right here. And that's like, wow, oh my God, we're so awesome. Even though, look, we made a W. Or 2 V's. It's like our secret Batman signal. Like when you see this and the garage opens and the Bat car comes out, it's like so cool. But if you go up a level here, you can go, oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, isn't it? I'm not really sure, but I think, and real, you know, work with me here, but I think that's bad. And this is when you like decide that, you know, pretty much you've chosen the wrong career. And that you should have just been like a ice cream man like your mommy told you should have been. But that's all right, because we're gonna fix this. And I remember this part of the tutorial because when I did it, I was like, no freaking way. Except I used adult language because I was alone and wasn't live streaming. What she says that you need to do here is the way to make this wall lowered back down to the same level of the rest of the wall here, so that you basically have, well, okay, anyway, down to the level you need it to be, basically. I'm not going to try and get too fancy because I'm following a freaking tutorial and then talking to you guys like I know what I'm talking about. How can you actually like teach other people while you're actually, because if you could do that, no one would need to go to school and to become a college professor. They would just go to college and open up the textbook and be like, okay, page 1. Page 1, fractions. All right, let's start. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me just figure this out for a minute. I think we're going to need I think we're going to need a couch at this point. So my understanding, and I'm going to actually test myself by not looking at the tutorial and acting like I know what I'm talking about. I think that if you place 4 tiles directly next to the item right here, it worked. It worked. That's it. That's the secret. You place the floor tiles down, then you turn off the cheat, or put it back on, more likely. It's very confusing, but anyway. Then you take these floor tiles out, and then to make sure that you have things correctly. So what we've done here is we've basically warped this wall. And you can just see it there, but let's add some tiles so you can see what I'm talking about. Something that has a line in it. There we go. So you can see how we've basically warped it. So that we flipped it. We basically flipped it so that these 4 tiles up here and the 4 tiles down here, we sort of made the foundation be on top of the wall instead of on the bottom where it normally is. We basically made this fake tall foundation area. Our mattress. See, you guys tease me, but you watch. You have faith in Mama Jessa. So now, she says defiantly. So now if we put a garage door in here, boom, garage door. And that is how you get a garage door attached to a foundation. So to recap, basically what you do is you make the space that's going to be a garage without adding any walls. Just add the garage door and the driveway to see how big you want things to be. Yeah. Then take the garage door out. Take the driveway out. You're left with 5 wall slices. Plan out how you want the rest of the house to be attached. Put the foundation down for the rest of the house. Add walls on top of the foundation. Put on the constrain floor elevation sheet, or basically turn it off. Constrain floor elevation sheet off. Go down to the level of the foundation. That's where I screwed up the first time. And then add walls to your garage. Then go down to the level of foundation, and level all of your garage walls down to the level of the foundation, right down here. Turn it off. Add walls on top of your new fake foundation. Delete the first 5 walls where you want your garage door to be, which will, turn on the constrained floor elevation sheet again. Delete the walls, add them back, which will warp the high walls up here, warp them up the way we were, then simply level them again by adding flooring. Phew. It's not so hard, especially once you've done it a couple times. But basically that's it. And now we have a building that we can just go ahead and work with as a normal building. So once again, that tutorial is over here on Mod The Sims 2. I'll put a link again in chat for those of you who are watching later on YouTube. And could a mod team put that in Discord too, please? Thank you. In the Sims 2 custom content area, I guess. I don't know where else to put it because it's a foundation, but whatever. So, and this is by Shrek Heatherbell. So thank you very much, Heatherbell, for this tutorial. And then you just go ahead and build as normal. So it's even though there's a lot of pictures to it, there's a lot of steps. If you just slowly take it step by step. And back here, as you can see, because she talks about adding a foundation in the back there, you can do that if you want a bigger garage. I needed a garage that was like basically as tiny as possible because I wasn't even sure if it was going to be possible to have a garage on a 1x1 lot. But at this point, what we need to do, the only thing we need to do is delete this wall right here, because that's where the stairs are going to come up right there. So I'll just put some placeholder stairs in here for now. Let's see if I can. Or not. Oh, I know why. Because I don't have my custom content in. So I will do that when we reload the game. But let's go ahead and do the next floors before we close out the game. So there was this floor, then this one was just, yeah, it was just basically a copy of, okay. The third floor is going to be interesting. That floor, and then that was just a big old thing with a bump out. Okay. So this, let's go over here. Oh, yeah, Joe is telling me to save, which she's right. And I actually have the fire station in the bin. So I'm gonna put this in the bin too. Good night, Lunar. Thank you so much for coming and visiting and listening to be silly. Okay, so I'm just trying to remember. I really did. Yeah, I did. Is that the top floor? Nope, that's top floor. Okay. And let's add our walls. Now this is going to be a little bit of a struggle because I have to basically replicate what I did before but backwards. And that's going to be super interesting. Okay. This is going to take a lot of swapping back and forth to figure it out. So I basically had... Okay, so I had this one and N2. So that would be this one N2. So something like that is what it looks like I did. N2, okay. And then it would have gone around like that. So I had one tile out for, and then I think, and then I just did a one tile bump out over here. Oh, and I did one in the front too. Okay. How many was that in the front? 3? These 3. Yep. And then that I did like that, just one tile out. And then this one I did all the way around because I really wanted to have a place for the bedroom. Okay, that looks like what I did. She says hopefully. Okay. There'll be a fireplace right here, a chimney, and then this was that. Yeah, okay. Abby. Abby, I will tell you that you will know your man because you'll take one look at him and be like, you are as goofy as I am. And that's how you'll know it's him. He won't be somebody really serious. Like my husband said that the first moment he started to get an inkling that it was me was that he called me we hadn't talked to each other since we had met that first night. And so I'm trying to tell it without telling all the details, but basically he called me and after I'd met him and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to hear from him again. I didn't know what was going on, but I just put it up. I just put it out there, gave it up to the angels and let them take care of it. 2 months later, he called me out of the blue. And I thought it was his sister who I was friends with, who is now my sister. And so I said, hi. And I said, oh, you're back from Europe. They were on a trip, obviously. Not him, his sister. And he said, oh, this isn't my sister. This is me. And I said, it's you? Oh. And my heart was beating so hard. And then I said, he said, well, I've just called to tell you that I've moved back home, moved back to here. He was living in another city far away. And I said, yay! I mean, that's nice. And he said that was the first moment when he thought, yeah, this might be my woman. Because anybody who's silly enough to do that. So now we have to put some of this architecture around. So trust me, Abby, that's how you'll know. You'll do something like that without even thinking about it, just being your natural self. And then basically, so do I want to go with those? Or do I want to go with the one I did before? Yeah, no, I want to do this because... So let me try and find a recolor of these that we might end up using for this lot. Oh yeah, I can't because I don't have my... Okay. I don't have my recolors in. I do that. So, you'll know because you'll behave naturally like yourself, which you'll find easy to do because he'll feel very comfortable to be around. So you'll just find yourself doing it without even thinking about it, doing something silly. And then he'll be like, you I like. And I'll say, yay! And then I'll say, where's my wedding invitation? Y'all better have me at that wedding because I love a good wedding. I really do. I love weddings. So, what did I do on these edges here? Oh yeah, this. A lively discussion. I know. I've had plenty of those with my husband. And they usually end up with like, oh yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Well, okay then. Don't forget it. And oh yeah, your mother. And then it usually ends up in a tickle fest. So how did I do this with the roofing before? So I had, yeah, I basically had just 4 edges. That's it. Okay. Same as this. Except for that one right there. That one is a no-no. I don't like that one. It's not very nice. That one had better be nice. Here you go. Okay, that's better. Yay! Now we're gonna put on the roof of shame. And I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. You know what he thought? He thought, dang, this girl is crazy. And so when do I move in? And he started bringing his stuff over. That's literally what happened. I am not making that up. He just kept bringing stuff over. And one day, about 2 weeks into it, he just brought like this big old, which we still have, this big like foot locker type thing with a bunch of stuff in it. And then he finally said, so do you mind if we go to my sister's and get more of my stuff? And I just said, well, sure, we're a goner by this point. I thought, well, yep. Okay. Behold, the awkward duckling roof, which we will soon fix. I think we had this at like, I don't remember. I'll have to remember what I should have written it down or something because goodness only knows. It was something like that. I'll have to measure it with the other one. My husband and I have had 3 dates. We had our first date, which lasted about 12 hours. We had a second date where I made him dinner. That one lasted about 24 hours. Oh, I just realized I just screwed up with something. Oh no, Wait, shoot, I did. Excuse me. You're like, what did you screw up on, Jessa? Well, let's see if I can fix it without... I should be able to. These walls should be one back because that's where the porch is. Let's see if I can fix it. Should be it. Yeah, okay. It's easily fixable. Okay. Never mind. I had a little bit of a uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is a big whoopsie. I was about to have a big old whoopsie doodle. It happens from time to time, but don't worry, I usually clean up after. Moon is fascinated. Hi, Moon. Oh, it looks like we lost our kitty cam. Well, we lost the kitty in our kitty cam. So I will turn off the webcam temporarily until somebody comes back. All right, so that was the fun part. We basically have a shell of a place. I'll go ahead and change this. This roofing. I have no nice roofing ends. We'll just have to deal with whatever we have here. That'll do. Until we get something else. And then this is going to somehow turn into a functioning fire station. I mean, police station. It's a very simple shape with a couple of bump outs and stuff. But when we're done, it's going to look absolutely amazing. At least I hope. Let's pray. So, now we're going to save, and then we're going to erase the fences, and now we get to go on and do the lot adjuster. So this is a lot quicker than it was when we did it. When I did it the first time, because we have a shell to work with our previous blueprint. So we need to erase these things because the lot adjuster will error out if there is anything on the lot in the areas in which the lot adjuster has to adjust, basically has to delete. If there's anything in the area of that it's going to be deleting, it will give you a little bit of a and then a bit of a no, and then a bit of a who do you think I am, and then a bit of a I'm not that type of girl, and it'll get pretty unpleasant. So I make sure and move these back so that everything else around the lot itself is really clear. So I have to remind myself though that we're doing a 2x10 lot, because back here, oh, in fact, shoot, I forgot about the prison. Uh-oh. Whoopsie doodles. That's because I have no downloads in right now, Joe. So we're going to go again. We're going to count out 5. Count out 5. And we're going to design the slap dashes old prison you ever done see. We just need to stick some criminals in there and be done with it. So we're going to stick them around near the back here because nobody wants to look at a bunch of criminals. And how are we going to do this? How do I want to design this? So whenever I think of a building, I think of the rooms. I want to have a shape that looks somewhat interesting. I'm thinking something like this is where the police officer will actually be, like his office, and then the 2 jail cells. And it's just going to be a simple lot like. So I need a fence to map it out. I mean, I need a bed. Like, how big do we want things to be? There's going to be like a front hallway right here. Oh, you're loving having the no grid? Yeah, I don't know, once I took it out, I just never missed it again. You know, I can see it, you know, now, but I mean, things snap to the grid, so you don't really need to see it. And it's just much nicer. So what I want here is I want a bed. So glad you guys could visit with me. So we're gonna have one cell here, right up against the wall, and another cell like right there. Do I really need to have... Now, in order to decide how big I want these cells, I really think 2 by 4 is gonna be fine. But what I want to do for this is I need to look at some pictures. I downloaded a police station, some custom content for a police station. Oh yeah, what am I looking for? My downloads folder isn't in here. Nope. Here. So this was a set of stuff. Did I put it under miscellaneous? Let's see. Oh, that I won't be able to see it easily that way. I'll just do a search. Police. Get to police. Police get to work objects, I think is what it was called. Yep. Open folder location. Yeah, that's where I went. Sets miscellaneous. Okay, so what I need is, I need that. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it should be 3 tiles. So for the sink. And the toilet. Although, as usual, you have me wondering if I could squeeze it even more. Let's see. Let's take this and let's put that sink in. Oh, I don't have the downloads folder in. Okay, I'll put a placeholder sink in and a placeholder toilet. And let me bring that down again so I can see you guys. By the way, Abby, I think you deserve like an award for that monstrosity of a hood error you managed to whip up, because that is really, really impressive. I thought I'd seen everything, but au contraire. That was impressive. I thought I had seen every crazy thing, including Joe's face things that showed up as buildings in her hood. But you, Abby, should be proud. In fact, I feel that it's very important to just be like, bravo, bravo, excellent work. I mean, you succeeded in giving half of your little online family the shakes and nightmares. And I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud. Very, very proud. Take a bow, girl. So we have this and this, but you know what I'm thinking is, I really like the idea of a very small cell. But no, not that small. They're small, and then there's just like, no, that's just cruelty to humans. That's just cruel. But that's not too cruel. And plus, since I know I can put that on a walkthrough block, it would work. Let's go back and look at that picture again. 3x4. Abby's like, I want to thank my agent, my mother, my dog. Oh yeah, and Maxis. I want to thank Maxis and Microsoft. Without whom this nightmare would not be possible. Thank you very much. Good night. So if I do a shelf, like, no, I really am pushing it. Okay, even for me, and believe me, I've done some tiny stuff, but I think we have to give them a fair chance at being able to go to the frickin' bathroom. So it'll be 3x4 as much as I hate it. And also I want this to be on a, foundation too. So let's go ahead and take this off. That's one cell. 2. These cells are bigger than some of my houses. Who do they think they are? I'm all mad. Like, where do these people get off having such roomy jail cells? Cheesy, you are so funny. So with this, you know, actually, I'm thinking based upon how I like the shape of the building to look that I might want to go something more like that instead. So there's a oh but shoot. That's a big shooter doodle. I just said that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yes, I just said the word shooter doodle and I'm sorry. Okay, so these are the cells. And I don't like that hallway. Although there's I don't like that hallway. I really don't. glad you guys find me somewhat amusing and not as nuts as I probably actually am. Actually, I am perfectly sane. I'm just really, really, really silly. Okay. I just don't like a one tile hallway. I just don't like it. I've never liked that. So what I want to do is... Oh, help if I'm in the foundation tool. So do you guys remember some of the first houses you ever built and how god-awful they were? Do you guys remember that? Morgwin, where were you going with that? So this is going to be his little, very tiny, little one-tile desk area and little tiny chair where you come in and say hi to him and you say, "Officer, I didn't do nothing. I didn't look at nobody. I didn't touch nobody. I especially didn't touch nobody. I promise, officer, I swear on all that is holy and a few things that are not, that I didn't do nothing." So roofing is by far my weakest skill, by far. And I'm just no good at roofing. Bailey, are you having a good time? You guys, it's Bailey's first time. And so all I'm thinking about is just a basic kind of something like, is that right? Something like that. And then wow, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life. Oh. God, I'm good. Oh gosh, yeah. Wow. Can we just take a moment and examine the brilliance? Okay, well, we're done here. Let's save. Oh God. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way down here with this, and there we go. Although that's a little bit too far in, so let's bring that out again. God, that was awful. And now I have these pesky roof things. What is that? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to accept my award now and scooch Abby out of the way. Like, move over, Abby. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So, because I want this to look, what I want this to look like is I want it to look like an old house that maybe, and then and like maybe this was like a warehouse, you know, like we have that warehouse theme going on, right? Yeah, it looks cute now. Exactly. It's amazing, Abby. It's amazing, Bailey, I should say. Sorry. Bailey, look at this. Disastrous monstrosity. Cute cottage. I have the power. In one click, I can make Architectural Digest send a warrant out for my arrest. Or I can make myself a cute little village. Anyway, what I want this to look like is I want this to look like the old groundskeeper or manager or something like that. The person who kept the eye on the factories. Because I think that I've told you I want to say that the police station and the fire station are factories that have been reclaimed and pieced separately, you know, taken up, you know, somehow made separate somehow, and that they were two factories next to each other, and this was the groundskeeper's cottage or something like that. And I just like the idea of using a kind of cottagey look here to back this up. So I think we're going to add in, okay, we have enough room for two tile dormers, which I think could look quite nice, or could be a disastrous absolute hell, but you know, who's counting? I don't like those. It's definitely got to be these. Okay, so yep, a very simple little cottage look. And now, in order to make this work, let's raise up this roof angle. Let's try 55. The angle of this roof can't be higher than 52. Who said? Stupid game. Why not? Why can't it be higher? I want it higher. Why not? So, Joe, why can't this go any higher? Oh, Miss Builder. Like, this can go high. Is it the type of roof? The veritable queen of numerous roofs. You guys are always naming me queen of something. And if there's one thing I've proven, it's that I'm entirely inadequate for queendom. Except for the fact that I'm fond of announcing myself as queen of something. Which makes me completely adequate, but you know. So can I put two of these together? Can I go like that and then like that? What happens? Can't intersect wall. Okay, I guess that's a no. I so sad. Feeling the queen of feeling inadequate for queendom. That's my title. I'll take it. So if I go like, oh yay, so, oh, I can lower that? I don't know, it still looks funny. It's either gonna look super cute or it's gonna look like somebody was drinking. It's hard to say, really. It needs to be bigger. Oh, thank you, Bailey. Okay. Well, let me try and see what happens if I add a wall in here. Like if I take this out, right? You guys can see how terrible I am with building. I really am. I've only had luck just because I'm just flat out flippin' determined. And I searched and searched and searched for somebody who made buildings like I wanted. And I couldn't find it, so I finally just gave up and made my own. That's really all there was to it. Okay, so now that roof won't do, but if I stick the roof pitch cheat, you think it might work even on this roof? That would be great if it did. I know that that's the cheat we had before we had this handy tool. Okay, so because it just, look at that. It looks like, it looks absolutely horrible. But if I could get the roof cheat up a little bit higher, it would be cute. Give me like 3 degrees. Roof slope angle. Okay, let's try roof slope. And then you have to click on the thing you want to slope. Oh, yeah, and then I have to put in what it is. I need an argument. That means I need to tell it what I want it to be. Let's try 55. No, let's try 60. So I go like that. Oh, hello. Hey, Joe, it worked. That's the good news. The bad news is that I skilled. I made a monster house. I don't like it. It's ugly. Joe, what level of heck are you sending me down, girl? She's trying to pay me back for something I said like a couple months back or something that she's never forgotten. She's like, I will wait my moment. And then when she's live on YouTube, I shall strike. I shall strike and I will assuage myself or something like that upon her forehead. And okay, so this is 50. Ooh, I got mothering to laugh. Awesome. My job here is done, you guys. Mothering is laughing, so we're good. Nope. Well, I guess where it was perfect, but I don't know. Kind of feel like messing with it, and I kind of don't. You know what's bugging me about this is that I don't like it going through both sides. Either one side or the other. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know, I think I just got a little bit too exuberant. And that happens. That happens. That happens. That happens. I'll grant you that. However, sometimes, and this is one of those times, people need to dial it back. And by people, I mean Bailey. Bailey just said, your roofs always end up looking scary weird, and then somehow we all come through into the light. And somehow you lead us true, but I don't know how. And now I need a cup of tea because I'm kind of scared still. You know what amuses me is that there's somebody out there who's watching this and thinking, you know what? I want to be a patron too, because dang, that looks like a good lot of fun. You know, there are people who are saying she is so nuts that I want to get in on some of that. It's true. That's what you were thinking, Bailey. You were like, you know what? You know, access to her downloads folder. That's nice. That's nice. You know, whatevs. But what I really want is to listen to her talk smack at like 9 o'clock at night about roofing. That's basically what I want. So this still looks kind of odd, I'm not gonna lie. But I might be able to hide these back ends here, so to speak. Let's take care of this roof line first, though. There we go. Okay, so if we can just hide this back here, we're golden. So we can either do that by raising the roof slope, which is what I vote for. I like it very much. It's very cute from the front. From the back, though, we have a couple of options. We can leave it like it is, which option number 1 is to stick something on it. I find that some of the best architecture was derived by the architect going, you know what? Just throw something on there. Just nobody will notice. Unfortunately, I don't have said thing because I don't have my downloads folder in, so I keep forgetting that. I'm so used to having it. However, I think we can go to slap something on it, basically. We can go to architecture and use architecture and use something that might do in a pinch, just to, or we might have to just wait until I can load up the game. I don't see anything here. But I have these lovely roof decorations that I think will hide these and make these look much cuter, much cuter. And then the only other thing I'm wanting to try just to see how it looks, because that's the only way you learn, is if I go for, say, a 40 pitch here. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Right there. That's it. There's the full ride. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Put some little windows in there. It's super close right here, but you know, hey, it's a small lot. What are you gonna do? It'll end up working somehow. It looks happy. Okay, we have the happy roof. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. I do want to bring... How far down can I take that? Yeah, I want that to be like a shed. Like it was almost like an outhouse or a shed. So I want that to be pretty low. So even though these buildings are like right up under each other, I'm going to make it work. Don't worry. And I don't know how. Don't ask me. So I'm really having the foggiest. A cute jail. That's how we do things. Okay, so points to the shed. It makes sense. It could work. Although, you know, I am thinking, well, no, I haven't got room for a 1x3. I really haven't. You know, something's bugging me about this, and I'll tell you what it is. We're going to have to start over because maybe not start over, but we're going to have to redo some things because there's something bugging me, and I'll tell you what it is. It's that hallway in the front. It's that hallway. That's the truth. I know how we'll do it. I know it. I know it. I got it. I got it. So it's terrible, but I'm going to have to redo all this. It sucks, but there it is. Because the building is just too wide for the lot. And what's bugging me is this wide hallway right here. So, but I was thinking that you need to like get into their prison cells and whatnot. But I just need that to be one tile less. Okay, let me think this through. This is called Wednesday night at the Jessa Channel. And you get to see the patrons in their true colors. I've said this before and I'm only half joking, but people are going to start signing up to Patreon so they can meet you guys. They don't care about me. They'd be like, who are you and why should I bother messing with you? So I can go out one more, so I need to use this. Okay. Oh. 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 I could. This is interesting, but possible. Could do something like let me think this through. An idea is coming to me. So you guys can sit back and marvel at this idea. I have an idea. Hey, let me try it. Maybe it'll work. So I'm just going to use a placeholder fence, anything that looks slightly jail-like. Do I have anything that looks jail-like? Not really. I got to give credit to people who play completely Maxis without any custom content. You guys are the true heroes, because I couldn't do that. I'm just trying to get a tall fence. Something tall. I don't really see anything that'll do except for this, which is not going to do at all. So I'll have to just try and use my imagination with a wall. But if this is, and then the door, and then the fence, door, fence, and then if I put a door in here to signify this, any old door that will look, that one will do. Okay, and then I'm starting to think that Abby and Cheesy are long lost sisters. So it goes out like this. How would if I just put it like here, and then if I removed that, I bet that could work. So the stairs would come down there, and the other stairs would come down there. That would be the little sheriff's office, very small, but I've done worse. There's a little area there for maybe like a wanted sign or something like that. And then this would be stairs up that he would have to go outside and go up here to check on the prisoners. Okay. And there would be a wall between, but this would be fencing. So if I went like that and then like that, I could have this be all windows so that people could look at the prisoners and point and laugh. I would need to have it be open like this somehow. If I had it like that, I don't like that. Nope, it has to be the same. I don't want it. Oh, wait, no, I could do this and this. It could be like a kind of front. Oh, there you go. And then if I take the... If I go like that and then go like that, that goes into their cell. There's the bed on either side. There's front windows. There's the steps down. And then this on this side. Yeah. And then if I go like this, like that, like that. I've got to have something here though. I don't know if that's going to work, to be absolutely honest. I really don't. I might have to do it this way, sticking out front. Yeah. And then this, I need to have... Hi, Lukester. Hi, Papa. And then if I go like this... This is going to be the cutest little jail ever. Okay. I think that'll work. Now to roof it. Oh, God. What are you building, Bailey? I know, I just got really concentrated because I have hope. I have hope which springs eternal and stuff. So if I go like that, right? And then if I go like this, hi baby boy. Okay, and then I go like this, and there's that shed. That roof sticking out on this side though is horrible. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm not sure how to handle that. Cheesy. I was gonna say have faith, but you know what? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I'm so bad with roofs. I mean, I've told you a million times. It's not a lie. I'm really bad with roofs. That's working out okay. This isn't working though. It's getting there, she says, hopefully. You have to have the courage of your convictions, blah, blah, blah. There is one thing. If I tried, say that looks much better. There we go. Okay. That's better. All right. So we have this little shed area over here. Sims 2 roofline guide. Yeah, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube later, this is not a guide on how to do roofs. This is a guide on how to look really, really stupid while trying to do roofs. If you're into that kind of content, go ahead and subscribe. Because quality content all the day long. That's what we got for you right here. Thank you very much for supporting the Jessa Channel, etc., etc. Bye. 52 degrees. So that's all it's going to give me. But Joe taught me a cheat. Okay, yeah, I wanted it tall like that. And then you... Yeah. So, then if I go down to 50 degrees here, whenever I do stuff like this, and there's a part of my brain that's going, nobody's going to watch me do this. Are you kidding me? but I think it actually might end up being cute. It's getting there. Let's raise this up to about 20 degrees. Yeah. I might even be able to go 30. Let's see. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay, so we're going to have stairs coming out like this and stairs coming out right there. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to put dormers on this one, this version. You guys are just trying to keep me get faith. But this is much better. The other one, I needed more space in between the buildings. They were just too close. So I think this is going to work out. And what I'm imagining is that he has a little one-tile desk back here, right here, little filing cabinet. Right here might be like a, I don't know, something I can think of that'll go here. Maybe a shelf where people can come in and buy fire alarms or burglar alarms or something, you know, something. And then there's the stairs coming up here. These will be fenced. I mean, they'll be like, what do you call that? You know, jail fencing. I forget the word for it. And then that gives us a little room to squeeze in a couple of dog kennels, because I really want him to make like trained dogs for security. And we might even find a way down here to maybe squeeze in some robots. They think it's a B&B. Yes, I have to admit that even my jailhouses are cute. I have to admit. I know. Oh, and this one went kind of topsy-turvy. I think this would be best at 25. Yep. Okay, so now let's go ahead and save. Maybe we could have a garden right back here that they have to tend, that they're allowed out of their prison to tend the garden. We could do that. That's a great idea. Or we could make them train the dogs or something like that. Like rehab them. There's enough room back here for a nice garden back here, a prison garden. Okay, so this is the whole thing. We have this factory look going on here with this caretaker. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for earlier. The caretaker's cottage. That for the old factory. The old factory caretaker's cottage that we have turned into a functioning jail. And this is going to be a little bit awkward, this front hallway. I admit it. And I might even do something like, let's see here. Like we could even knock this back like this a bit. But I don't know. It seems like a bit of fuss. This might work though. Oh, that's actually better. That's actually better. That gives us a little bit more room in here. It doesn't feel quite so constrained. And it actually matches with this wall set up over here. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm starting to picture how it's gonna work out. I think we'll just do them side by side here. Something like that. And then over here will be the door into this area with a thing down, and over here, I might do the door this way, actually, on the fire station. Not sure. Probably not, because it'll waste. I like this area right here being a shelf. A place for display stuff. You know, I really did think about having a basement, and for a little bit before we started today, I was giving consideration to using Mutilda's tool, the grid adjuster, I think it's called, that allows you to have basements without slopes. And I was thinking about doing a kind of basement number on this lot and making it a 10 by 10. But I realized that slopes or no slopes, I just really don't like having the camera work. How the camera works when you go below ground. I just don't like, every time I've tried to use a basement, I just get annoyed. They're really annoying. So I remember that the community went nuts about the idea of a basement early on when The Sims first came out. Everybody was like, basements, 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 and everybody was planning to like have black widows who like kill all their husbands and for the insurance money and bury them in the basement and stuff. Okay, nobody else was thinking about that except for me? Was it just me? Okay, fine. Anyway. But then when we got them, you know. But when we got the basements, you know, they were just... But yeah, we can make them volunteer at places, Abby. I like the way you're thinking with that. So I just realized that no matter how much the idea seemed good to keep it a 10 by 10 lot, I'd rather just have a 10 by 20 lot and have a caretaker's cottage, which is how I came up with this idea. Okay, so now we've done very well. We have our base here. Let's go ahead and save. You won the Black Widow challenge? Awesome. How many people did you kill? Shifty eyes. Angie's like, you know what? I'm not surprised. Okay, so now let's take a look at our two buildings kind of side by side here. This one's going to be over here. And this one's going to be right here. And I think, yeah, I think they're going to end up looking really, really cute next to each other. So now we need to do the lot adjuster as the last stage of tonight's live stream. And once again, we want to make sure that there's nothing. So let me just go in and check, because I forgot. I don't know if I took up those fences yet. I want to make sure, because it's really annoying to go into the lot adjuster and have it. Yeah, I didn't. So, and have it give you an error, and you're like, I thought I removed everything. So now we're going to remove the fences that we used as our kind of grid to give me a visual of how big the lot was going to be. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 tiles off of this side and 5 tiles off of that side. That's going to give us a 10 by 20 as opposed to a 20 by 20. Now we can exit the game, save the lot. And now we open up the lot adjuster. So we're going to go over here. See, I might have it in here already because I've used it recently. Nope. Okay. Oh, by the way, Morgwin, since you're still here, and Angie and Chocolate and all the mod team, I've been having a devil of a time uploading clips to Instagram that are exactly 1 minute long. Instagram says we only accept clips that are 60 seconds. So I upload a clip that is 1 minute, which last I knew, when I went to high school, that was 60 seconds. And it won't take it. If I make it 59 seconds, fine. 60 seconds? No. So I've been using this tool which clips each clip down, this lossless cut tool. So I'm just going to ask for you guys that clip, which is mostly Morgwin, but all of you guys need to know how to clip because the clips are absolutely essential to the growing of the channel. So a modern minute. So anyway, I've been cutting the clips down and it's a little bit of a messy process. So I'm just going to ask for you guys to make the clips 59 seconds or less. Thank you. Okay, so let me go over here to the game, The Sims 2, and I don't have it here. So hold on a second while I switch screens. I'm going to go to the welcome screen for just a minute. Oh, Lila! We'll go to the Lila screen. There she is. She's like, what are you doing? And how come it doesn't involve me? What's she doing, Mama? Here she is. She's like, is that an invitation? Come here, baby girl. Come here. You know, come here. The part where you come here. Come here. Hey. Hey, guys. That's my kitty. That's my little kitty. You want to see right up her nose? Because I can do that for you. That's actually Lila. Lila is the long hair. She's the baby girl. Luke is the short hair who looks like a panther. Come here, baby girl. She wants on my lap. That's what she's trying to get to. Come here. Come here. I'll just turn the kitty cam around for you to be on my lap. I'm pointing at my lap and she's just like, what? What do you mean? Lila's our special child. Here she goes. Okay, come here, baby girl. Come on, baby. Here you go. I'll try and lower this camera a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're just getting the side of a cat in my hand. There we go. Let's see if I can change this up a little bit. Pardon me. While I stick the camera right at my nose. Hold on, Lila. Alright, kitty cam again. There you go, Bubba. Kitty cam in my neck. There we go. Try to get not so much of me in here. Because you guys don't want to see the bottom of my chin. Trust me. Trust me, you do not want to see the bottom of my chin. Let's just say me and my chin plucker, my old lady chin hair plucker, you know, we have a deep and abiding relationship. My husband makes jokes. When I get that thing going, he goes outside the bathroom and he's like, ow! 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 This chat room hasn't reset since like 7 o'clock 2 hours ago. That chat isn't working. Anyway, what was I saying here? Oh yeah, so we're gonna open up Lot Adjuster now, and There are people out there who are into old lady chin hairs. That's scary. So we're going to go to desktop mode now, and Lila and I are going to go up to the top corner here. There she is. So it's kind of a kitty cam if you like looking at the side of a kitty head. There we go. She's sitting right under the microphone and purring away. And let's adjust that lock. So, oh, I know why. Because I need to put on a different screen momentarily while I bring up the lot adjuster. Which program is it in here? Which area here? And you know, while I'm at it, I should just make a shortcut. On the desktop. Okay, we're going back to desktop mode now, where Lila is happily purring. So once you've downloaded Lot Adjuster, put it somewhere. You can create a shortcut to it like I've done. I'm going to actually drag this shortcut to my start menu because that's where I looked for it. And so that's really where it should be, is in my Sims 2 folder here. So I'm going to move it to there, and then I'm going to quickly rename it. There we go. Now let's go ahead and open it up, and it's pretty simple. You're going to click Start, and you're going to click, I'm going to click the Testing Neighborhood. And we're going to pick our police station. Now, don't get scared by this advanced key, because that's where, this advanced button, because that's where all the good stuff is. If you don't click that, you can't shrink the lot. You can only make it bigger. We don't want it bigger. We don't do bigger in Kettle Falls. And we're going to click Enable Shrinking. And then I'm just going to simply take out 5 tiles from the right and 5 tiles from the left. It'll now be a 10 by 30 lot. And you say, but no, that's wrong. It should be a 10 by 20. But the game always considers the 10 tiles of the road in front of the lot. There are 10 tiles from the sidewalk to the other sidewalk in front of the lot, I believe it is. And so it's going to consider those tiles. So what we're actually going to get in game is a 10 by 20 lot. So we enable shrinking, and then but the like Joe was saying in chat, the back side, left side, and right side, if we wanted to make this 10 by 10, which we couldn't, it would give us an error because there's stuff on the lot at that place, on those tiles. But anyway, I've never messed with the front end of the lot. I've never needed to. But you can do things like that. You can also move the lots and things like that. That's with Hood Adjuster. But in any case, you can move the lot over here, move it left, move it back, that kind of stuff around in your hood. That's stuff that's more advanced for what I've needed to do. All we're going to do is click Finish, and it will tell us the lot has been changed. So we want that. That's good. That means we have had success. And it's telling us that until we go into the lot and make a structural change, usually I just, place some wall and then delete it, the lot will show up funky. So let's go ahead and start the game one more time. And oops, I double clicked that. And Lila, you're so cute. So now that we have this all shrunken, Beat Unshrunked, which is going to be my rap name, Beat Unshrunked. And So now we're going to go in and we're going to make a change to it, and then we'll see our lot all finished. Then we'll take the lot and we'll put it in the our lot file, so we have a copy of the original. And then the next time we live stream on Friday, we'll go ahead and either start decorating the lot, or we'll work on our fire station as far as putting our new fireman in. That's another thing we need to do. So you can see here, if you looked at this, you can see from this here that the lot doesn't look shrunken, smaller. And you would go, oh no, but that's all right. We're just gonna go here into lot and houses mode and double click on it. Oh, I'm sorry, Angie, but I know how it is. Yep, same time as always. You know, I've really agreed completely with Joe. The Spooky Muffins lighting mod is so much better than Radiance lighting. Radiance lighting made everything look too dark for me. And it just, I mean, it was nice. It was great because it was, when it came out, I mean, it was the first of its kind. It was wonderful. But Spooky Muffins makes a huge difference, I think. And when you see the game without it, and then I've had it in for so long that honestly I don't remember what the game looks like with it. So now you can see that the lot is actually shrunken, but this will not really stick, I should say. It wouldn't enlarge again, but it just wouldn't look right in hood view until you did one thing, any one thing. We're just going to make a wall here, and then we're going to delete it. That's it. And then, hey Lila, where are you going? You're ruining the kitty cam. She's like, I don't care. I got things I have to do, like stick my butt on the microphone and block the heater and flick my tail up your nose and other important kitty-like things that you'll never understand. Never! And now we have our fire station, the shell of our fire station, and our police station, 1x1 lot, and our fire station. And the other fun thing is that if, for example, we play the fire station for a while and we're like, you know what, it is just way too small. Like they got 6 kids, they have 6 kids, and we're tired of taking them to the playground and we need something, you know? Then we can always enlarge that lot. We can enlarge it and put some toys and a playground or whatnot back there. And so the reason why I went with such a small lot was because basically I wanted to know if it could be done. That was it. I just wanted to know if you could do it. And I wanted to see if it was possible to make a completely functional lot that could hold an entire fire truck with a driveway on a 10x10 lot. And I thought, well, if it can't be done, then I guess I'll have to go for something else. But I thought pretty sure that it could be done somehow. So here is our little police station lot with a tiny little jail. I like this a lot better because the jail has a lot more room. So it feels like the buildings are separate and they're not butted right up against each other, as it were. There's a little bit of room in between them. And we'll definitely be putting like the dog houses in here, the garden, and we'll do some kind of rehab for the criminals. But I think we are done. I would open up Kettle Falls, but I can't because I have no downloads content in, so it would basically ruin the hood. It would make all the neighborhood stuff disappear. And then I'd have to put it all back or put in a backup. But I think that this will look very cute. And also, I'm going to put in a little fireplace here. Now, no, the prisoner is not going to get a nice roaring fireplace in their cell. But it'll be like this is where the fireplace used to be, and they removed it, but they kept the chimney. So I'll put a chimney here, is what I guess I'm saying. And I'll use, in order to do that, I will use, I'll probably use the chimney sets from Rainus that allow you to make just chimneys there. Yeah. Is the fireplace to dispose of the bodies? No, that's what the basement is for, which is why we don't have a basement. Because simmers like you exist, Cheesy. Like you and like me. Who, when they heard of basements, the first thing they thought of was how many people they could bury there before they got caught. Yeah. So I think we are done. They gotta protect the Sims from us, I know. It says, and we have Black Widow Abby in here. I promise you, if you do come to Patreon, we are the sweetest of people. I promise, I swear. No, really. Really, we are. This is Kettle Falls, unedited, basically. This is the terrain as I made it in SimCity 4. I wanted something where it kind of came off the side here. I didn't want a gigantic mountain, and I wanted it to look more... I wanted there to be something on either side. That's why I kind of went with that. And I like the way it turned out. And I didn't even realize how many people would miss the train, because I knew I wanted something that was just this. My goal with Kettle Falls, as I've said before, was to see once again how small I could make a functioning hood with all the different areas. How small I could make it. That was basically my goal. Oh, that's the best place. You put a cow plant in the basement and then you're like, could I perhaps show you our wine cellar? Please, follow me. Anyway, so, hey, there's Lukester. Perfect. He just had snack. Let me put the camera on him. So he's feeling pretty darn good about himself. There he is. And I'm going to go back to the cat screen so that I can say good night to you. And I don't know why chat isn't working. Oh, I know why. Restream put up a notice that chat wasn't working and they were working to fix it. So that's why we can't see chat right now. So let me just take it off. But I want to say to you guys that I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you so much for helping me to keep my mind off of unpleasant stuff and be my usual happy-go-lucky silly self. And specifically, I want to say hello to Bailey, who or thank you to Bailey, who is her first time in one of our crazy patron chats. And there's Lukester. Yeah, he's like, present tail. And I hope that gave you a little bit of help on how to attach a basement to a house. It's not so hard, particularly if you do it right the first time. But scroll back in chat if you missed that link for how to do so on that's available on Mod The Sims 2. The tutorial is called Easy Tutorial for, what does it say? Easy tutorial for connecting a garage to a house on a foundation. And it really was. It was a very nicely done tutorial. So thank you so much to the author who did that. And I will see the rest of you guys later. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. Oh, wait, you guys are all patrons? Never mind. I'll see you all in Discord. And for those of you watching later on YouTube, I'll see you next time. Thanks, as always, for watching.